Welcome to Clock In with Lynn. Welcome to Clock In with Lynn. Hey, y'all. Hey, Lynn's friends. I missed y'all. But baby, the time has come. The time has come. I'm telling you, this is going to be well worth the wait. So, he's here, y'all. He is here. Okay, let me introduce you to one of the original members of the improv, the PCP, the Fat Comedy Players. Yes, he is one of the most sought out comics in the country. He just worked with Marlon Wayans on The Headliners on HBO, y'all. Y'all might remember him from Idlewild. Y'all remember Sonny on Idlewild? Yes, where he made his debut. He has been on Comedy View, Comedy Central, BET, HBO, NBC, Showtime, Stars, and the list goes on, y'all. Help me introduce my friend, yes, my friend, ESAU McGRAW.
That was an awesome introduction, Lynn.
Yes.
That was an awesome introduction.
Welcome, ESAU. Welcome, ESAU. I'm so
You
glad.
left one part out, though. You left one
go.
part out. You left one part out of my introduction.
What I missed? What I missed?
You forgot. Okay, I didn't did all the urban shows. You know what I'm saying? I did that, all the black shows, all that stuff. A couple black movies, a few black TV shows. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love my people. I do all that stuff. You know, you're gonna see me on Tubi Quick Watch.
Absolutely.
I love it. Hey, I'm getting Tubi checks. Beats UPS. I used to drive UPS trucks. But what you forgot is I done all that stuff, but Lynn used to own a hair salon. And I was the barber in the hair salon back in the day. So, you know, you forgot, you know, barber extraordinaire, you know what I'm saying, in the shop I used to own.
Yes, I had a salon, everyone.
That was, yeah.
It was.
Where was it? Yeah, what was it called?
LJ Studios. It was lights, glamour, action. Yes, ESAU was our barber. We had hairstylists, nail techs.
That was before I was on TV in movies. Brian Barber was the director of Idlewild. Put me in my first movie. He was one of my clients, so he used to actually come in there and get his hair cut all the time. So you remember Brian?
Yeah, I remember Brian. I remember Kelly Rowland used to come with Chinese hair. Like we used to have the celebrities in.
Lynn used to own a celebrity hair salon. I don't know if y'all know that about her, but yeah, a whole bunch of people used to come in there. A whole bunch of people. I got some music videos in there. I met Benny Boom in there. Yep. It was usually popping in there.
Yep, it used to be popping.
Yeah, I met all them big booty models before big beauty modeling was going on. They used to come in there and they used to come in there and get them $900, $2,000, $3,000 weaves from your sister.
Yeah, all the Love and Hip Hop models. Yep.
Yeah.
Before there was a Love and Hip Hop, they was at LGA Beauty Studios. Yes.
LGA Beauty Studios was popping.
Yes.
Yep. Half my career opportunities came out of there.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I miss those days. ESAU, don't you miss them days?
Man, nope. I don't miss them. I don't miss them days. Hell no. What you talking about? Do I miss them days? I used to listen. I ain't one of them fast barbers. I'm one of them slow ass barbers, you know. So it might take me 45 minutes to do a haircut. Sometimes an hour, depending on how big your head is. You know what I mean? So hell no. I don't miss doing 10 haircuts a day. Nah. I don't miss swollen ankles.
And ESAU, you used to crack jokes all day on day. It was
all day long. It helped the day. It helped the time go by. You know what I'm saying? You're standing on your feet all day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. Yeah, it's gonna be some jokes told in there. You know what I mean? It's going. I'm gonna laugh my way through the whole thing, and then afterwards, go jump on stage and tell some more jokes.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, how did you get into comedy? How did you start the whole comedy thing, ESAU?
Oh man, it's a long story, but it's not a long story. Basically, my older brother, I got a brother that's a year older. We 14 months apart. He's 14 months older than me. A year and 2 months. I don't know. My mama stayed pregnant, but we a year and 2 months. All right, he older than me. But when we were young, my brother was like a criminal. Like he was a criminal kid, one of them criminal kids. So, so he used to sneak out the bed every night and watch TV. Anything he ain't supposed to be doing, he doing. He was one of them kids, right? So he was bigger than me. So he used to punk me, like beat me up and punk me and stuff, and make me get out the bed with him. So he used to love comedy and watch all these comedy shows late night and make me watch them with him. But he used to like them. I understood it. So yeah, so I understood it. So by the time I was about 8 years old, I decided that's what it was. That's what I was gonna be. Yeah, because I used to watch all these, because back when I was a little kid in the 80s, there was only white comedians on TV on late night.
Okay.
But then there was this one guy named Franklin Ajay who was one of Richard Pryor's writers back in the day. I don't know if you ever seen the movie Car Wash.
Yes.
Okay, classic. Remember the guy that was trying to win the tickets off the radio to take the chick to concert? Mm-hmm. That guy played the fly with the afro. That guy's name is Franklin Ajay. He's like one of the most prolific television writers in television history, actually, also. But he started off doing stand-up, and I saw him when I was like 10 years old doing stand-up on the Tonight Show, and that was the first black dude I saw do comedy, and he was hella smart. And all the comedians, all the jokes were like riddles, like you had to figure him out, and you could picture him what he was saying.
Okay.
And the light bulb came on, and that was it.
He was like, I know I'm gonna hit.
That's why I said it was a long ass story. My bad. I don't know.
No, I wanted to know, because I don't think I ever asked you that. I'm like, I always like to know everybody's backstory, because everybody see you on TV doing your thing, but everybody wants to know that backstory, like how'd you get in it, like all of that. Because
my brother used to make me get out of bed. I got punked into it. I didn't even know I was gonna love comedy and understand it and then study all these comedians since I was a little boy. But I didn't want to get out the bed. My brother would be like, hit me with an elbow. Boom, get out the bed, punk. Come watch TV with me. And I was like, all right, I don't want to stop me again. Boom, get your ass up. I was like, all right. Get up. That was it. And I watched TV. And I discovered all these shows that I wasn't supposed to be watching, like, Late Night with Johnny Carson and the Benny Hill Show. And, I wasn't supposed to be watching Saturday Night Live and, all this stuff. But I've been watching that stuff since I was 7, 8 years old. Because I'm a preacher's kid. Our dad was a minister, so the whole house was sleeping 9 o'clock. Wasn't nobody up. Nigga, you take your motherfucking ass to, and I had one of them, what did they call it? Spare the rod or steal the rod to beat your ass, your kid's ass? I had one of them dads. So, so you get caught, you're going to get your ass whooped. So we was up every night. We was defying, we was in life. What do you call that? We was doing life defying shit.
Yeah. So with you learning about comedy when you were young, who's like your favorite comedian? Who did you look up to? Who did you kind of like want to be like? I know all y'all kind of do y'all own thing, but I was gonna guess, but I'm gonna let you say.
Well, being an 80s, 90s kid, of course Eddie Murphy was in there because he was doing the stand-up specials in the movies and stuff like that. But the biggest influence on me, because, when I was in high school and stuff like that, we used to call it capping and joning and, whatever. Basically, we just talking shit about your mama, whatever, right?
Right.
Your shoes, your knuckles. I won't give a fuck. I'll talk about your eardrums, nigga, whatever. So it used to be the whole school against me every day, right? The whole school, whoever wants some, get some was the name of it, right? Every day, right? So then I discovered Robin Harris when I was like 16.
Oh.
And I never seen anybody that I identified with, like, on an urban hood level, because I grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? I'm a preacher's kid, but my dad was a Muslim minister, so I really was in the hood, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and that was the disciplined kid in the hood who didn't cuss, and you know what I'm saying. So I had to learn to defend myself with my words, but I couldn't cuss at nobody. Yeah, I'm brother minister's son, so I'll talk about your gums, your eye whites, you know, your mama's shoulder blades, whatever I can find. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'll be talking about them areolas, them areola bumps. Yeah,
Wait a
them
minute,
blind
areola
niggas.
bumps?
This way, that's yeah. Your mama got big ass areola bumps because your daddy blind. Shit like that. I was, you know, I said shit like that in the 7th grade.
I came with you. Lord have mercy. So wait, don't you do impressions and all that?
Yeah, but you know, I don't really do them on stage. You know, I just do them for fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they be random.
Oh, okay. So
you know, like you know, Denzel Washington will be in a movie. No, I'll just start talking like him because Denzel Washington just like James Cagney. You know what I'm saying? She, so, and then it turns into Denzel.
Yeah,
it's a lot like Cagney. So I just study movies. You know what I mean? So I do impressions, but I haven't done them on stage yet. I haven't brought that part out yet.
Yeah. So, and just, you know, just thinking about all like the comedy stuff that's going on. What do you feel about this whole like comedy war thing going on? Like everybody going on, Shannon Sharp talking about their little whatever. Man. What's your take on this with Cat Williams in the Cat Williams interview? And you got any input on this, ESAU?
I've been doing comedy on TV since the first time I ever got on TV was 1999. I've been in LA since 2002. Okay. Right, so over 20 years. So yeah, I know a lot of things, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm like Andre 3000. I'm just playing the flute, and I'm not gonna get no haircut. You ask me a question,
right?
That's it. I mean, I just mind the business that pay my bills.
Absolutely, and I just want, and that just is sometimes that's just puzzling to me, like just seeing like the back and forth because everybody just stay in your own lane. It's not.
Well, you know, I mean, but in entertainment, you know, I mean, most people that be having, you know, rap beefs and comedy beefs, it's entertainment. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you're gonna have a comedy beef and somebody calls you out or something, you know what I mean? That person probably it's just like hip hop. Rap is, you know, comedy is kind of turning into hip hop to where, you know, a certain comedian will come out and cause a huge commotion, and then 2 months later he got a special coming out. Okay, so yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just, you know, it's guerrilla marketing, you know what I mean? Right. And it's been around since the beginning of marketing. So, yeah. You know, if somebody caused a huge stir and then turns out they got a special coming out, then hell yeah, it worked. Because I'm gonna watch that special too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cat Williams got a special coming out like at the beginning of May or something like that. I'm gonna watch it. He hasn't really put out a bad special yet. You know, right. Some of his specials aren't as good as some of the other ones, but he's never put out a bad one.
Mm-hmm. Have you worked with Cat Williams before?
I met Cat Williams. My dad was a Nation of Islam, a pastor in the Nation of Islam or minister in the Nation of Islam. And, you know, when Cat talks about, you know, being in the nation, that he actually went to my dad's mosque in Sacramento back in the day. So he met me probably when I was 14, but I didn't know who he was or meet him until I was like 18 when I started doing stand-up and was going back and forth to the Bay and stuff.
Okay. Did you grow up in the Bay? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Sacramento. So I used to drive like an hour and a half to Oakland and San Francisco to jump on stage. And that's when I met like all those guys when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Lunell, Cat Williams, J-Dub, who's one of the Plastic Cup Boys with Kevin Hart, Rodney Perry. I met all those guys on the same day when I was 18 years old. And Guy Torrey was there. So nice. I met Guy Torrey, Lunell, Cat Williams, J-Dub, all them at like on the same day. That's crazy. When I was 18, doing a comedy competition when I was 18, it was like my third time ever on stage.
Wow. So out of all of those comedians, like who was one of the comedians that you remember being like the coolest? Like he was just real super cool, or female? Because
all those, you know what? I can't even really complain or like because all these people have been nice to me. A lot of big people have been super nice to me. That's like beautiful. You know, Cat Williams, like through when I used to live in the Bay, he was nice to me. He was cool to me. Lunell, like even right now, Linnell's like I met her when I was 22 years old.
Wow.
So yeah, so like I did some shows with her like last month.
I
Like
love
she's been my big sis my whole career.
She's dope.
So yeah, so I can't, Damon Wayans like let me open for him for 2 years. I learned a lot just watching him on a daily basis. Bill Bellamy, I opened for him for 2 years. I learned how to do door deals and different things like that on the road with Bill Bellamy. So I have a great pedigree. I was on the road and helping out Cedric the Entertainer for a little while. You know what I mean? So, and then I was been headlining my own stuff. And the crazy part is I used to open for Bill Bellamy, and then when I did Def Jam for the first time, I was on the same episode as Bill. So that was dope. So, I filmed the same episode as him. So I was on the same episode as the guy that was mentoring me at the same time. So that was super dope. So yeah, I've had some great examples. So yeah, I should be pretty good.
That's beautiful. No, yeah. I used to always come to your show. I still go to your show.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna even go to the one tonight. So
at the Improv.
Yeah, at the Improv. How was your experience like working with Marlon Wayans on the new show you got coming out?
Oh, that was dope because I spent 2 years back in the day when I first moved to LA. I didn't even know like my manager at that time was like iconic. Like, so Dolores Robinson.
Nice.
So the Dolores Robinson, Holly Robinson, Peace Mother. What's up, Dolores? That's like my Hollywood mom. And so she was the first manager that I had out here. I didn't even know like she was that chick, you know what I mean? And so she hooked me up with Damon Wayans, and that's how I started opening for Damon. And so I had met Marlon and those guys, before they started doing stand-up. And so when I started working with Marlon, it was kind of like because me and Marlon are the same age and stuff like that. So it was a real easy thing because I kind of already knew his family, and some of them I've worked with before. So we had a working trust, you know what I'm saying? So it was easy for me to transition into working with him, and it was real smooth. So yeah.
That's awesome. So what advice would you give like to these new comedians? Because let me just say this. There's a lot of comedians that they're not really going through like the things that you guys went through. The OGs in the business, like the ones that are on TikTok and all of that. So what type of advice would you give these new up and coming young comedians?
Man, I would tell them to, whatever your hustle is, do it inside your craft. So comedians, like, okay, so you're a stand-up comedian. So that bleeds into acting, writing, producing, different things like that. So whatever your hustle is like, okay, find it. I found ways to punch up scripts, right? So I would make $150 to $300 punching up scripts, pilots, and different things like that. I made myself available to do those things. And a lot of times, producers and directors, they're not comedians, so they'll send me stuff, and then I'll punch that shit up, and they'll be cracking up laughing. And I'm charging $300, right? That was my Uber. Instead of waiting tables, I tried to make my hustle within my craft, right? Nice. So that's how I learned how to write scripts.
That's awesome.
Punching up scripts, and then you learn how to punch up scripts you read the script first, and then I punch it up from the end to the beginning, from the bottom to the top, so that you don't undo threads, right? So writers will know what I'm talking about when I talk about undo threads, right? So so you learn how to write scripts, and you learn how to produce and undo scripts from the bottom up and all the other stuff. So you start understanding writing, and then when opportunities for you to become a writer and make some real money outside stand-up, you're good at it. So keep your hustle within your craft, and it'll help you. And that's good advice. And the other advice I would say is just feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Because in entertainment, there's a lot of people that are not gonna like you. They're gonna think you're an asshole. They're gonna think you're whack as fuck. And then there's gonna be people who love you, who support you, but can't always come, but they still support you in their heart of hearts. And you really, you're doing some good stuff. But ultimately, it's about how you feel about yourself. You know what I mean? So make sure that you feel good about yourself, regardless of, you know, how people think about you, because somebody gonna hate your ass. If you a comedian, somebody gonna be like, this motherfucker's, I can't stand this nigga. I can't stand this nigga's nostrils. I can't stand his voice. Niggas with dark gums is always criminals. Like, somebody gonna come up with some bullshit, you know what I mean? And reasons not to like you. And it's not about that. It's about how you feel about yourself, really. So, you know, keep that in mind, and you'll be able to move forward and not be in your feelings. Because most comedians, at some point, we get in our fucking feelings. You know what I mean? But it's all in our imagination.
Right. And I always tell everybody, I tell myself this as well. You know, you always focus on the people that love you. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about none of that. Focus on the people that's loving on you and pouring into you and all of that. And
what they say, go where you celebrated and not tolerated.
Yep.
But you know what the other part is at? Some old motherfucker told me one time in a barbershop, he was like, stay invited and know when to go.
Stay invited and know where to go.
Stay invited and know when to get your ass out of there. No, stay invited and know when that shit is expired. Go on, yeah. I've been at some parties, man, where, hey, man, yeah, we kicking it. It was like, yeah, hey, I thought that, never mind. It's time for me to go.
You said
time for me to go. This party has advanced above my pay grade.
Right. Yeah. I've been to some parties that get a little crazy, and I had to be right out the door.
Hey, man, you know what? Then that's why Andre 3000 be playing the flute, and I'm right next to him playing the saxophone. Yep. I ain't time. Yeah, no.
So wait a minute. Okay. So
I ain't never been broke enough to tell nobody business. Hey, motherfuckers follow hard times, they get to tell us stories. I ain't never gonna be broke enough to tell nobody business, though. Hell no.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's entertainment. It's entertainment, you know what I mean? So, you know, but, you know, I'm a producer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, one thing I learned is that you can't consume your way to equality. So I started producing.
I know.
Yeah, so.
You gotta have your hands in all of it. Yep.
Yeah, so, you know, and then that was that grind, you know, writing and doing punch up and producing shows and creating opportunities for myself, and then bringing other people along. You know what I mean? That stuff comes back in beautiful ways a lot of times, in ways you least expected. You know, just putting other people on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't put a couple people on. Yeah, and I ain't on.
What'd you say?
You ever put somebody on and you ain't on?
Right.
Like, you introduce them to a situation, and situations turn into better situations, and this motherfucker is on.
That's how it goes.
And you facilitated the situation.
That's
and then 10 years later, you still ain't on. That's how they be like that. Hell yeah, like, motherfucker be your best friend and then turn into your competition.
But you know what I realized too? I was talking to a friend the other day. I was like, I'm glad that I was around all of the best and all the stuff when I moved out here in my 20s, but I'm so thankful that I didn't get on then. Like, I don't know where I would be right now, because I feel like I was so green coming from Little Rock, and it was just a lot going on, a lot of moving things going fast, and I'm just grateful. I think I was just I kind of dodged a lot of bullets. And still here, not crazy, because I know some people that when I first moved out here, they got caught up and they just looking crazy. They doing drugs, they doing everything. So I'm so thankful. So you just got to know when it's your time, it's your time. It doesn't matter, and it's, you know, it's all God's timing.
Well, yeah, I don't really think about. I don't like play with my emotions. Talking about, man, you know. Yeah, it's your time is your time, and, you know,
your time
other people's time is other people's time. You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
You know, in the interim of things, you know what I'm saying, it's just how you feel about your life, and you know what I mean, and the things that you've done. So, you know, I at this point, you know, I'm a pretty funny comedian. You know what I mean? I probably, you know, in my mind, there's not 10 comedians funnier than me. Nowhere in the country.
I think,
you know
yeah.
They, you know, in the comedy community can debate all they want to. You know what I mean? But at the end of the night, you know, I can go up anywhere in the lineup, host it or close it, but that's for me to take that energy, you know, and express it and keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Because you know that's my imagination, but you know you can't achieve nothing unless you imagine it and visualize it first. So you know I'm top 10 in my mind. That you know we'll see how the world reflects what I think.
You are awesome. You know, I've supported you as long as I've been here, and I'm like in the audience acting a fool because you're so funny.
Oh man, I be having a ball because I like, you know, a lot of people don't know, like you know, I walked up on conversations because I don't hang out, you know, at all really. So, you know, you'd be hard pressed to go to a comedy club and just see me hanging out because I'm kind of reclusive I'm very, very private, you know, because, you know, I got kids. People don't even know I got kids. I got 4 kids. You know what I mean? I have twin daughters. I have a daughter that's a high school teacher. You know, she teaches kids on the spectrum in high school. You know, so she went and got a master's degree to do that. You know what I mean? I got another daughter, and both my daughters ran track. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I got a son who's a Marine Corps veteran. You know, people don't know me like that. You know what I mean? But I give my kids and my family, you know, a chance to, you know, just be who they are. Because, you know, as a celebrity, I'm not a super big name celebrity, but celebrities getting this shit, getting the scandals and getting the misunderstandings with the public. You know what I mean? So I give my kids a chance to not be involved in that if they don't want to. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Speaking of being involved, are you involved with anyone right now in your dating romantic life, or do you have time for that? What's going on
Well,
in
you
that?
know, if you're a man of substance, you know what I'm saying. It's always gonna be something popping. I ain't celibate.
I was scared to ask that question. I don't
I
know
ain't
what.
afraid of women. I love women. Shit. What you think? You think I'm gonna be on? You think I'm gonna be like, you know, headlining shows across the country and then just be by myself all the time?
Right.
No,
So
you know, I ain't married,
right.
but I'm not alone.
And that's the time to do it. You're single. Somebody trying to call this off.
Hey, you know what? My daughter was trying to call me. Her phone go through airplane mode. My daughter probably heard me talking.
That's funny.
Heard me talking about my kids.
So what's one of the craziest dating stories? You got a crazy dating story or anything weird? Some crazy girl or
Well,
woman?
they're all
Or
crazy.
something when you're on the stage. When you're on the stage, has anybody done anything crazy?
Oh man, look, listen. I've been in LA 20 years, and you know, dating actresses. Yeah, they're all in the characters. All the characters that they all played is within them. You know, I dated with a chick who talked in her sleep. He used to cuss me out and be violent in her sleep. There you go. Hell yeah. I've been through a narcissist experience, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's just part of life, you know what I'm saying? So, but just as far as dating, it's man, look, I'm more career oriented, you know what I mean? And
I love it.
you know, I moved to LA and it's a business trip. You know what I mean? I came out here to change my family's trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I come from a poor ass family. You know what I mean? My whole family broke in a motherfucker. All of them is ghetto in the hood as shit. Great people. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Black people know what I'm talking about. My family from Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City acting
Man,
up.
yeah. Yeah. I grew up in Sacramento, but my whole family moved back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was already an adult. So I moved to LA instead of Missouri.
So I just want to ask this. This is just a general question. What do you feel about this whole? I don't know if you probably been too busy, but what do you feel about this whole thing about this 50-50 trend that's going on with this dating situation? What do you feel about that?
Man, shit. You know, if you want to be a couple and you want to build something together, man, you know, if you ain't got it and I got it, it might be 100-0. But if you got it and I'm in between jobs, it might be 60-40. You know, you roll with the punches. That's why when you get married, the vows are what they are. You know what I mean? Through thick and thin. Sometimes it's thick, sometimes it's thin. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Sometimes your ass got COVID, sometimes you don't.
Yes.
But people have already, I don't know what the word is, like a lot of people have already, they don't even believe in the vows before they even get a chance to say them.
Whoa.
You know, if you got women who talking about, you know, he got to make $100,000 a year. What happened to, you know what I'm saying, the sickness and the health, richer or poorer? You only for richer? Man, these some fair weather motherfuckers out here.
Oh my
Hell
God.
yeah. Fair weather friends out here.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Life ain't about what you doing when it's great. Life is about how you act when it ain't great. How you respond to that shit.
So do you
Don't you
like
know sex is the best when y'all ain't getting along?
ESAU?
Yeah. What? Yeah, you gonna run for the hills at the first time shit get rough. Don't you know the makeup sex is the best beating you could get? That's a beat. Makeup sex is a beat. You gonna run for the hills and not get that beat? You crazy?
Why throw me off with ESAU?
Yeah. Having sex with somebody you love but you don't like right now.
Oh my God.
That's the best sex you can get.
ESAU.
Hell yeah, that ain't even love making. That's beating. Yep. Hell yeah. If she's a good manipulator, you know, she could piss you off a little bit to make sure that you do it right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Lord mercy, Jesus.
That's why women be pushing your buttons. Hell yeah. Anger ain't bad. People think anger is bad. Anger ain't nothing but self-respect. You get mad when you know somebody ain't treating you right. So women pushing buttons don't treat you right, get you mad, and then start treating you on Tinder, but you still mad. So that you're gonna give her some angry dick. That's what she wants, stupid. Yeah, that's what they know. Women know. Women been smarter than men. As soon as a woman's turned 12 or 13, she start getting smarter than the boys. As soon as y'all start losing arm wrestling, y'all start developing your brain to win the game. I start playing that long game. I got 5 sisters. I watch how y'all do.
Yeah. Friends, I told y'all it was no telling what he was gonna say.
It's a cold game out here. Women got that cold game. Women got a cold game. That's why Marion said he got an icebox where his heart used to be. It's cold out here.
Do you believe in gender roles?
Gender roles? Yeah.
Like, do you like the women that are at home and doing the womenly?
Well, I believe in gender roles. I mean, but I think that, you know, depending on who you are as a person, what works for you. You know, I mean, some guys want to be a house dad and date a doctor to where she can go out and do surgeries and make the money, and he better have that lunch ready for them kids and pick them up from school on time.
Could you do that, ESAU?
Would I?
Yeah. Do you think you could?
I don't know. I don't know, because, you know, there's different people who do different things. You know what I'm saying? I might be a house dad for the right chick. She gonna be my wife and my woman regardless. You know, I didn't say I'm gonna be somebody's wife. I ain't gonna be no wife. I'm be the husband with them, no matter what the situation is.
Please,
yeah, I'm the man. So, but that's my gender role.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I would have to be with somebody who coincides with that. And then, you know, other people have other gender roles, but that's what makes their life work and what makes their life happy. And I'm all good. I'm all for all that.
Right. And it's up to, I feel like it's, you know, it's case by case, whatever your household, whatever that's what y'all want to do, that's what y'all do.
Yeah.
And you make it work.
Yeah. So, you know, that's how it be. You know, I ain't afraid to love.
You ain't afraid to love?
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, you got to be adjustable. You got to have gears. You know, you got to be a chameleon. You know what I mean? There's different types of women. So there's different types of, you know, perspectives on loving.
Right.
Some people good at one of them. Some people good as a couple of them. Some people speak a few love languages. You know, I prefer several as far as the feminine goes. You know, some women be toxic. That's cool sometimes because them girls are fun.
You say the
toxic chicks ain't boring. Man, shit, have some drunk sex with a toxic chick and she fighting and cussing you out, make love to you at the same time. You hate it, but you love it.
So, would you date 2 women at the same time? Did you see the thing with Neo? He's walking down the street with his 2 girlfriends. Everybody's talking about this whole poly thing.
Yeah, I mean, would I date 2 women at the same time? I don't know. I ain't never met 2 women that get along that good.
That's what I was thinking.
But, you know, I remember when my dad had a side chick, and then you know, he tried to move her into the house, and then my mom, you know, I'm one of 8 kids. My mom put her ass to work. That bitch lasted 1 week.
Wait a minute. Your dad moved a woman in?
My dad was. You see, this is the thing about the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam used to get, you know, my dad was out the streets. He ain't never been no prisoner or nothing like that. But my dad was like, he was in the streets. So he discovered the Nation of Islam. He was the opposite of the Nation of Islam when he joined. You know what I mean? He was closer to Malcolm X than Muhammad Ali without the prison. So my dad was a hustler. So yeah, I ain't no telling, you know. These are stories I got. My mom told me like the week before she died. You ever have your parents like they be like telling you the real rap, like they have you stutter. You be like for real, mama. Like, you know what I mean? Like you realize your parents were human beings and running the streets and wilding just like you was when they was 17. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I was like, wow, like my mom was I used to look at my mom like a saint. Like that's my mother. That's my mom. That's my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom had 8 kids. She didn't have way more stress than I probably will ever have in my life.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of women, they carry a lot on their shoulders, man.
A lot.
Man,
you know, and when you get old, you ever like when you become an adult, you kind of see your parents for adults and kind of be like, I don't, you know, when I was a kid, I used to be like, man, I can't stand my dad. And then as I became an adult, I understood him better as an adult. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
My dad was up against some shit I probably would never be able to handle. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, man, you know, my dad had 5 daughters. So like for probably 10 to 20 years, he was fighting teenage pregnancy.
Wow.
Trying to keep his daughters trying to keep them hot daughters in the house.
Right.
And the horny dudes out the window.
Right. That's crazy. That is insane. We I had a big family too. It was 5 girls, but yeah.
Ooh.
It was 5 of us. But
and yeah. my mom was like the neighborhood mom.
Mm.
So there was a group home at the corner of our street. And there was like 5 sisters that lived there, right? And they were all mixed chicks. And so you thinking like these mixed girls in 1991. You know what I mean? Back then, you know, mixed girls was like, you know, oh, she mixed, right? Like 5 of them, they was in this group home. And it turned out like, you know, the group home dudes was kind of, you know, not being right.
Oh, God.
So these girls ran away. So guess where they ran away to?
To your house.
To my house. Yeah, because he's my sister's friend. So my mom gets the custody of these girls.
Oh.
So I already got 5 sisters. Now there's 10 girls in the house. So
that's
yeah, awesome. That's when I moved in with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, too many girls. I'm like 16. I go and I got a brother who you know, we used to chunk them all the time. We used to fight every day. So he moved out. So then, you know, we became friends, and then I moved in. I crashed the crib.
I got one more last question for you, ESAU McGRAW.
Don't be asking me no questions.
Why?
Because I won't stop talking, man. You know, I'm already in show mode. I'm preparing for a show at the Improv later on tonight, so I'm already visualizing and working on my stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think you're going to be talking about this in your show tonight, what I'm about to ask you.
Hey, listen, I started working on the show about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That show at 9:30.
I'm asking you.
And I probably won't go up until 10:30. And I'm working on that show at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still going to ask you.
Yeah.
This is easy. It's easy. I'm just going to ask you, what are just 2 qualities or characteristics that you would want in a woman? What are 2 things in a woman? Like somebody that you like would date in the future, like something. Or if that's too much for you, what are some deal breakers? What is something that's non-negotiable? You won't date this girl if she is blah. Whatever.
I wouldn't date a girl who can't control her mouth.
Okay.
You know, that's like the chick who thinks like, talk like, talking shit, being disrespectful for fun and thinking that because I don't do it. No, like I would never disrespect you, call you out your name, you know what I'm saying? Right. Even do anything that make you feel lesser than or anything like that. So, I don't tolerate that at all. And the other thing is, just have I would have to really date a woman who has goals. Just have some goals, something I can help you with.
Nice.
Because men, even if you read the Bible, you as a woman, you're looking for the perfect helper, to help you conquer the world so that you could bring that back home. But at the same time, I would like her to have some goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were building something together. So what are some of your goals and some of your aspirations, and we could work together on that too.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm interested in, because we building together. You helping me build, but then I want to help you build. Because a lot of people get into these relationships and they were raised by their grandparents and this is that, and those days don't exist no more, where women didn't have rights and they had to have a man so that they can have an extension of a man's rights, and they couldn't work so that they had to have a man who make money to support the whole family 100%. And you know what I mean? So those times aren't here no more. Women have the same rights as men, and sometimes get jobs instead of him. So yeah, that 50-50 thing is real, because a lot of women, fought and bled for rights and marched for rights and everything. And now you got all the same rights, but still want all the traditional treatment of when you didn't have no rights. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you can go out and make as much. A black woman can go out and make as much money as a black man.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? So white men make the most money in the world. So, it's harder for a white woman to make as much money as a white man. But since the beginning, American slavery and all that, the black woman, she was picking cotton right next to her man. So he ain't oppressing her. She always had the same right as him. So that whole, I hate black men, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man.
Right.
Me, it's just like immature.
Yeah. I love it. Well, thank you so much, ESAU. So before we go, you gotta tell us what.
And I don't cut hair no more, but I can still cut hair, Lynn.
You can still cut hair?
I still do random haircuts every now and again.
Oh, just to your special clients?
Well, I think cutting hair is like keeping 10 toes down. You know what I mean? I keep my pulse on the trigger of real regular motherfuckers, plumbers, doctors,
yeah,
dudes who sell weed.
Yeah,
I mean? So I keep all kind of different relationships.
They got dispensaries on every corner. They still in it?
I still dudes who sell weed.
Why? I wonder. Cheaper?
Hey, man, I don't know. Hey, like I said, I'm minding the business that pays my bills.
That is right.
Yeah, I don't be getting in nobody else's business. I love you, Lynn. I'm proud of you. This
Before we go,
platform. Man, I'm gonna do some dating research. I'm gonna bring you back some reconnaissance.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna bring you back some information on really what's going on out in these streets. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start tonight. Who think I'm cute?
ESAU, before you go, ESAU, tell the people where to look for you. What's your Instagram? Anything?
Oh, my Instagram. Follow me. My Instagram. I'm a producer and a writer, so I'm just starting really to get into social media and stuff like that. So, my Instagram is my name, ESAU McGRAW, ESAU McGraw. Everything is that.
And you have anything coming up to look out for? I know you're gonna be at the Improv tonight. Anything else?
I'm gonna be at the Improv tonight. You could go find me on HBO on the Headliners. I actually I headline that series, and then I have a special coming out that I own that I shot, and that'll be popping soon. So just keep your ears open for that. And I can't really say where it's gonna be because the deal is not all the way done, but it's the paperwork. It's in paperwork mode.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love you, ESAU. You are awesome.
Linda 10.
Thank you for coming on Clock In with Lynn, ESAU.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
And look, and I'll be watching.
I love it.
Yeah.
You better. Bye. I'll see you tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Bye. I told y'all. ESAU is crazy. I said, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to censor all of this stuff. ESAU just got on here talking and saying, and whoo, I don't know if YouTube was gonna throw me off, but I knew he was gonna be some fun. He's one of my favorite comedians. He is super talented, like crazy stand-up. His stand-up is insanely good. So yes, please make sure you connect with him on his social media, ESAU McGRAW on Instagram, I think, and Facebook. Thank you all for being here on Clock In with Lynn. And I am just loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. So, hey, Missy Marlo Carter. I see she said, hey, earlier when we were all in the midst. Do we have any questions? Anyone? So, yes, if anyone have any questions, please put it in the comments. I'll stay on here for a few minutes. But thank y'all for being out here. Yay! I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, yeah, it is Monday. I have some special guests coming up. So make sure everyone, please continue to subscribe on my YouTube channel, which is Clock In with Lynn. Also, like, share, comment, please, 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 because that is going to help me get amazing entertainment on here. And it's just an easy way to support. It's just one little click, y'all. I ain't asking for a lot. I ain't asking for like just one little click, honey. With the get your little finger and click, 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 click. That's it. I ain't asking for no coin from you. I ain't asking for nothing but just a quick little click, 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 click. Subscribe, like, and share. Hey, Missy Marla, girl, I saw your fashion show, honey. You did that. Lolo's collections was showing out, y'all. Also, I was telling y'all, I've said it on several of my shows. Marlo Carter, she's on in the comments. She is amazing with the fashions, y'all, baby. She will get you ready from head to toe, honey. So yes, check her out, Marlo Carter. Her line is Lolo's Collections. That's my girl, honey. She bad, honey. So yes, if anybody wants to, I'm looking for guests too that are expertise in money, like anything like money management, financial literacy, because we are here to help each other, y'all. I'm trying to do my best in our community to make us the best that we can possibly be, love on each other, empower each other, uplift each other. That's what we're here for. If you're not doing that in the world, I don't even know why you're here. We have to be supporting each other and loving each other, pouring into each other. So yes, please, please, please continue to share, like, subscribe, and I will keep you updated on the upcoming guests. I have this beautiful actress coming on there. Y'all go, yeah. Just I told y'all, be patient, y'all. Be patient. I got y'all. Okay. So thanks again for coming on Clock In with Lynn. I'm gonna go see Esau his show tonight at the Improv. Y'all know it is on Melrose. Come see him. He is so dope. And I will see y'all next time. Thank you for being here. Bye, y'all. Bye, 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 bye. Love y'all. Bye, friends.